My lords, I understand, my lords, what is being observed, my lord. Allow me, my lords, this bit of a liberty to state upfront that, my lords, the sanction, my lords, which came to be declined on 4th August 2022 was, my lord, sorry, 2025, pardon me, my lords, was based, my lords, on the communications, the position, the assimilation of the entire content and context by none other than Principal Secretary for the state of Uttarakhand on a qualitative reply dated 16th June 2022 in response to a notice dated 19/4/2022 issued by Central Zoo Authority insofar as, my lords, whatever has happened. The government at the highest level, my lords, I am only, my lords, an Indian Forest Service officer of the, my lords, year of 2004. When the government, my lord, says that insofar as providing the sanction, providing the clearance, providing the budgetary finding,
to prosecute this legal
the answer that you get.
There must be some district judge officer normally there.
So, my lords, in 4th August 2025, order of the sanctioning authority, my lords, what is taken into contemplation by the sanctioning authorities is primarily, my lords, the state reply, this 16 June 2022, which is a 25-page reply, covering all the issues, lock, stock, and barrel, and if I can use these words, my lord, on record. Secondly, my lords, is a state affidavit filed in detail, dated 19th of April 23. Then, my lords, the entire material sent by the federal authorities while, my lords, investigating the matter at the stage of supplementary investigation. And the legal advice, my lords, perceivably from, my lords, the legal department of Government of Uttarakhand.
We want to know that was he a judicial officer, because then we will propose something that why he should also go unescaped.
My lords, that, my lords, insofar as legal advice is taken into consideration, whether that legal advice, my lords, was from the government authorities, their legal department, at, my lords, the executive level or otherwise, can be best answered.
Department of Justice, there is a post of this legal advisor is LR and something, and in this state there have been some blue-eyed officials who have never been transferred for years and years, all politically well connected.
My lords, I understand with all the respect that, my lords, government would always, each and every state would have its legal department. That can be best clarified. But, my lords, my humble submission here.
Please don't invite any comments from us, better.
My lords, may I? Please, allow me, my lords. Insofar as, my lords, today, my lords, granting this subsequent sanction on the basis of the same material, without there
because
being
incorrect legal advice was given. If a sanction is denied on incorrect legal advice, the earlier order is void and cannot be said to be a reappreciation of the same facts.
my lords, I bum. My lords,
There is no estoppel against law, sir.
that's correct.
Right?
Yes, my lord.
And if you see the subsequent sanction,
Yes, my lord.
there is the CBI report which says
That's correct.
that you persuaded your officers to cut X number of trees and say that you make incorrect forged entries in the logbooks as teak trees, different teak trees. Now, that on the face of it is a case of forgery and cheating and abuse of your official position. Now, if on that fact, a legal advice had been given that no offense is committed, I do not know how you can argue even that there is a reappreciation on facts.
My lords, insofar as, my lords, the first decline, the sanction that is declined, my lord, and the subsequent sanction which is granted, my lord, the subsequent
Sir,
sanction
if
doesn't
you
say,
argue further, we would be persuaded to observe that this is a fit case to frame charges against you. Forget about sanction.
my lords, may just, my lords, allow me, my lords. My lords, the only thing which I, my lords, want to persuade is if your lordships, my lords, kindly have a look at page 161 for a minute, my lord.
This legal advice purely extraneous considerations. And if he is judicial officer, then his conduct is also very, very serious issue to be examined. Tomorrow in default, he can become prestigious, he can be elevated also, one has to be very careful. We would like to examine it.
My lords, may I? My lords, whereas, my lords, I fully bow my head down to, my lords, what your lordships are, my lords, observing. May I, my lords, respond to lordships, my lords, observation? The legal advice, my lord, at this page 161 seems to be, my lords, very clearly in terms of the stand position of the government from the pen of, my lords, the principal chief secretary, insofar as the controversy is taken into consideration. That's why, my lord, that document is the soul of the entire thing. Now, my lords, may examine this proposition and I'll leave it to my lord's lordship's discretion. I am only here to, my lords, see to it that, my lords, the client's case is put across. The principal secretary, my lords,
C-154.
yes. Now, my lords, insofar as the, my lords, may I also, my lords, your lordships pointed out, my lords, a very important issue on felling of trees beyond sanction. On that, my lords, state on an affidavit, my lords, at page 743 on your lordship's screen in para 9, state on an affidavit before, my lords, this very honorable court says, my lord, the following. Would your lordships kindly have, my lord, page, my lords, volume 2, page 745. May I read, my lord? I state and submit that question regarding grant refusal of sanction was examined by state government in detail. It was the bona fide view of the state government that case in hand may perhaps be a case in which departmental proceedings or major penalty may suffice and the investigation...
That is state subjective satisfaction. We don't agree.
Page 150.
When cases of forgery are disclosed and ecologically fragile tiger reserves are being raised by the person who is supposed to protect them, you feel departmental proceeding is sufficient?
My lords, may I say? Insofar as, my lords, those, my lords, observations are taken into consideration, the investigating authorities themselves have not found me culpable. My lords, when this inquiry...
That is what we say, sir. Page
Lords,
153,
page
154. The CBI report says on your instruction,
my lords,
the illegal felled trees are being covered up as bona fide felling of teak trees.
my lords, may I?
And that is where the culpability comes in. A superior police officer, a forest officer is passing off illegal felling as bona fide felling by making forged entries. How far can you abuse your official position, sir? If these facts are true,
My lords, may I respond, my lords, in response to page 152, my lords, without, my lords, going for a hair-splitting exercise.
we shouldn't, but then you're forcing us.
My lords, may I? My lords, what here the sanctioning authorities says, however, investigation has revealed that accused public servants during illegal constructions at Park Road Tiger Safari also unlawfully facilitated felling of significant. The identifying trees were also felled.
Paragraph 27 of the sanction.
Yes, my lord. Now, my lords, insofar as this is concerned, my lord, they, my lords, say that at the time, my lords, what they allege against me is that you were at a supervisory
Against
position, my lords.
conviction. Are you arguing against conviction?
No, my lords,
Then-
may I, my lords, if your lordships are not then inclined, my lords.
Not at all. We should have understood it much earlier.
My lords, the only thing, my lords, what persuades us, my lords, the only thing what persuades us is
Tell us
that, my
now
lords,
what
the
you want.
core of the prosecution is going to be that whether approvals were granted or not.
We have.
And on that count, my lord,
For discharge.
my lords, then your lordships may, my lords, reposit with me the liberties, my lords, to take up
Use
these
the
issues.
liberty of framing charge against him.
My lords, may not, my lords, pardon me for that, my lord.
We may not, we will also may not give you that liberty of discharge.
Then, my lords, allow me to withdraw, my lords. Just give me the liberty to take it up, my lords, at an appropriate stage, my lord.
What appropriate stage? You're
My lord,
challenging
before the-
sanction, there is no
My lords,
appropriate.
before I can, my lords, take these, my lords, issues before the learned trial court, my lord, when it comes up. Insofar as, my lords,
This is the malady of the criminal administration in our country. Everything at appropriate stage and thereby dilation and postponing something most obvious.
Accept the sanction.
my lords, maybe I may be allowed to, my lords, withdraw then.
On this ground.
What do you want now?
Lords, my lords, withdraw the petition, my lord.
After arguing the case, we said, I'm not seeing a counsel for the petition, section, and the withdraw this.
I'm so grateful, my lord.